Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? I definitely didn't just restart my whole intro because, we just had massive scuff for, what is it now? It's 9:40 in the morning. I started at 9:01-ish, thereabouts. Who knew microphone scuff could be this bad? But, I digress, chat. Hello. Happy holidays. It's so good to be back. It's so good to have stream back up and running. I don't know why my microphone decided to crap itself out, but Mindsight, you were on the money. The default comms device somehow changed. I think a Windows update restarted or reset, sorry, all of my defaults. So that's probably the reason of why my microphone was acting the way that it was acting. And why we needed to appease the angry machine spirits for the setting changes. So naturally the holy off and on switch had to be pressed. That guy that called the audio goblins before streams, yes, whoever the fuck that was. Oh my god. But yes, hey everybody, Thinkafurr's back in 2026. I am so stoked, chat. I've got news, so much news, so much awesome news. I'm actually kind of a bit miffed that Calcifern is not here, but that's okay. So firstly, like the stream suggests, first stream of the year, Space Marine 2 PVE with chat, and it's a 500 world hype stream. But you know what? Chat, really big. So LP and I are actually getting married this December. So tremendous news to kick off 2026. We're getting married this December. I'm super duper excited. It's official. We've already got we've booked our date. We have our wedding date. I will keep that under wraps until I feel comfortable with that not being under wraps as to what date that is for you, chat. But like, if you're close to me, you'll know. If you're a Patreon member, you'll know. If you're a Twitch subber, you'll know. If you're a mod, you'll know. But like, as far as chat goes, like, I'll probably when I feel comfortable enough. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty shy. But like, chat, yes, Elfie and I are getting married this December. At least you know the month. So many cool things happening this year. Also, March, Elfie and I were gonna go and see a K-pop concert. I've never been to a K-pop concert before. Stankin' love this concert, but anyway, oh my god, we've got so many different things happening, chat. Also, oh my god, me and Itoli, we've been doing some painting, y'all. Like a lot of painting, which we will highlight in today's stream. Actually, Itoli has been doing some really sick painting of a dark angel, and he intends to gift it to me, and I was like, hey, you know what? Return fire! So I decided to paint you a model too, and it's a kit bashed Titus. We're definitely bringing this up in chat today. So I'll bring up Titus. I'll bring up Titus because like it's on point as well with the 500 worlds hype stream and the fact that we're playing Space Marine 2 PVE today. Also, I really need to get this coffee in me, chat. I really feel the headache brewing. In fact, it's here at this point. So much to go through. It still does that green thing, and you're still the only person it does it on. Wait, Cal! Oh my god, Cal, you're here! Cal! Did you hear them? Did you get the news? Did you get the news? Cal, did you get the news? Did you get the news? If you did not get the news, oh my god. No? No! Cal, no! Cal, no! No! That's not it. That's not how the news works. No! No. Cal. Where Elfie and I have a set day for our wedding, and it's in December. I'm not leaking the date, but I'm gonna tell you the month. It's in December, and it's set. It's officially like locked in. We have our date, we have our venue, we have it all locked in, and it's happening. It's actually happening. It is actually happening. Mod cam. Remember chat long delay. Oh yes. So you know what? I should do some housekeeping before we really get into the stream. If you are on Twitch, you're not going to get as much delay as people watching on YouTube. YouTube forces you to have like your own delay in addition to whatever delay you set in your stream software. In Streamlabs, I've zeroed it off, but YouTube doesn't let me go lower than 20-second delay. So yes, there is a 20-ish thereabout second delay on YouTube, and I just can't seem to get rid of it. No, Cal! No! Oh, you got me. First time in the year. First prank of the year, and you got me. First prank of the year, you got me. Oh my god. Oh, first prank of the year and you got me, dude. Oh my god. But if you are watching on YouTube, please leave a like on the stream. Leave a comment when it's over. It does help in the algorithm. Subscribe to the Theory channel, Thinkafurr. We've got our first edited Warhammer 40k lore video going up for Titus soon. I did edit a little bit on vacation for it, but you know, I'm on vacation, so I wanted to be on vacation. So I spent a lot more time doing other things besides editing. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the stream. Also, shout out to Sandman of Terror, who is live streaming a lore breakdown questionnaire kind of exploration of 500 worlds and Titus taking on the Necrons. I will rewatch your stream replay later, bro. And if you're still alive, we will raid into your stream if you have raids turned on. But yes, Sandman Terror is amazing as a lore tuber. Please do go check him out on YouTube. Also, if you didn't know this, if you live under a rock in the 40k sphere of lore tubers on YouTube, so recently there was a lore tuber, long-standing lore tuber called the Remembrancer, and he's been around for a long time. He's like a staple community member. Anyway, so long story short, there was an AI channel that sort of half stole his name, and then he got his channel taken down by YouTube for some sort of mix-up between his channel and the AI channel. And then he talked to his staff, and after being demonetized, right, there was like a week almost of him waiting. And the crappiest part is that this happened over his Christmas break. Bro got demonetized just before Christmas, and it was projected that he was gonna lose, like, in Australian dollars, like almost 18k, or roughly like 10 to 12,000 pounds from this demonetization. Anyway, the beautiful news, chat, he's finally got his channel back up. He's finally got it back. He got his monetization back, and I'm pretty sure the fake AI wannabe version of his channel that tried to get him in trouble is resolved and dealt with. So Remembrance is back. Please also, yeah, go check out the Remembrancer if you haven't already. So shout out to the Remembrancer. After all that drama that he's been through, I really feel like we should definitely go show that guy some support. Yeah, I think he's got like over 600 lore videos on his channel alone. So yeah, absolutely baller lore tuber, just like Sandman of Terror. Go check him out too. The Remembrancer. Can't say enough positive words about either of them. Endless things to say about their accolades. Anyway, shameless, actually humble side, considering it's a plug, not about me. Chat, let's talk about 500 worlds as well, whilst we can, when we can, if we can. So if you don't know this, the I'm actually bringing it up now because it's the first box set for it is going to release today, from what I understand. I read a leak on Spiky Bits. I think you can actually buy one of the box sets today, according to Spiky Bits, at like US time, 1 p.m. US time or something like that. All I know is that there is a leak saying that. I don't know if the leak is fully true, but I just know that you can pre-order alleged one of the first box sets, and it's got Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar, and I mean, I'm literally refreshing the website right now to look at it to see what's on there, and I'm just gonna put Warden. Let's chuck Warden in. Anyway, I can't see it there yet, but when it's there, you can expect me to just throw money straight at it. Oh my god. Yeah, when it's there. But yeah, Titus is taking on the Necrons, chat. And it's pretty much exactly like what I thought it was going to be, which is a revenge against all the losses incurred during the prior Nexus book theories. And I just I just can't stop thinking about the meme of like Gilliman orders Titus in one panel to retake the 500 worlds of Ultramar, and then Gilliman just he's holding a dog leash, and in the next panel he let goes of it, and it's just Malum Kaido going absolutely nuts. Oh god. Oh man. But yeah, look, I in Discord will post if I see the Wardens of Ultramar releasing on Warhammer, on the official Warhammer website. If it's there, yeah, I'll post, and you can expect me to just go absolutely bonkers and spend all the monies on that box set. Now, whilst I'm still in just chat, what was that? Klaus! Let's get up Discord. Whilst I can, go to the minis chat, and let's see. Let's take a look at the painting and how it's all going. You want it? You want it. You want the pre-order of it. I know, dude. You totally. How sick is it? Apparently it's today. Really stankin' late, or ish thereabouts. In fact, I think it's in a couple hours. So yeah, actually, either Etoli or Mindsight, I think in the next few hours it's gonna drop, or it may have already. I don't know. But if someone could keep an eye on it, because I'm gonna be gaming whilst we're streaming, someone could just refresh every now and then, that would be amazing. So that said, let's get up Discord. 11 EST. It's supposed to be 11 EST. Oh, so 11 hour time. Oh, sick! You did the time conversion. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, if you're on it, then hang on. Let me just get source Discord. Oh god, it's too big, chat. Don't take that out of context. Fuck. Oh shit. It's. Oh my god. How big? Good gods. I'm just gonna. You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna cover myself up. I'll just cover myself up. And then we'll put it like this, and we'll put it below chat. And below me. And then I'll make myself small beans. And then we can Okay. Alright. Let's take a look at some pictures. So this is the Titus that I painted up for Italy. Actually, that's pretty neat. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty dope as far as sizing. Here we go. Awesome. So this is the Titus model that I kit bashed with some Lictor parts to make it kind of just look like he was destroying or dismembering one with the chainsword. It turned out really well, chat. Like, I don't know, how the weathering on it went. Mind you, the base has been finished up. The base does look a bit different. So all the brown bits and stuff, I put on some Agrex Earthshade, and then I highlighted with Ethereum Blue. You can't see that though in these pictures because these photos were taken after I did that. But the model in itself, is just done. Everything else is done. I stankin' love it. There's something that I've never done though, and it's used a brush to write script on the, what do you call it, the banner bits of the purity seals, and the banner bits on so that is something I've never practiced. I'm gonna have to practice that. But chat, I broke my favorite detailing brush doing this model. I finished it though, but I broke it. I accidentally broke it. I mean, don't get me wrong, that brush has seen about a year and a half of use, but I broke my favorite brush. I'm gonna have to get it replaced, which sucks. But also that leather bit there, that's actually skin tone with Reichel and Flesh Shade done about 4 times until it went super dark. It's actually the same paint as the face, and the same paints as the face, just done to the point that it's super dark, which is neat. You can actually apply the Reichel and Flesh Shade until it goes brown, really, really brown. Now, where's the one? Here we go. No. That we will look at that though. It's because it's super cool and dope. Damn it! You've been doing some really good stuff, Italy. You're taking over the mini chat. Oh my god. Oh yeah, there's my hand getting destroyed by paint. Dang it, where is it? Bit further up, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot further up. Oh, there's my great pile of shame. Ah, here we go. Ayo. Dude, what are you talking about? This looks dope, bro. You even went and tried to do the power field, bro. This is sick. I love the Pauldron looks absolutely sick, dude. Did you dry brush metallics over the undercoat there, or did you Did you go undercoat, metallics, and then oil shader thing, and then dry brush back over to highlight it, or what did you do with that to get your gaps filled with black coloring? Like you mayhaps you mayhaps one of those two things. Well, it worked out really fucking good, dude. Like, part of my French, but it worked out really well. Also, I like this part. I can see you've like done some gradient effect on like the legs. That's neat, man. That's really neat. That's so good. And the helmet design is sick. What mark of armor is that helmet from? Because it looks like a BG veteran helmet, but then it makes me think of like what is it? It makes me think of BG veterans, but it also reminds me of Deathwatch for some reason. Is that a Deathwatch BG veteran helmet? Like what is that helmet from? Also, that is a very Angie looking eye lens. He looks kind of Angie. No, the whole model is like that. It does that all over. It's just depending on the... Oh, bro. Okay. Dude, that's heaps cool. It may... It's bad as answering my questions with babies, and it's blowing my brain up. I'm like, I'm getting maybes here, chat. I'm getting maybe answers. It's exploding my brain. Oh yeah, I painted up a tarot did. I really, chat. I personally like how the stabby arms like turned out. I'm kind of in the way, but I really like how I painted up the stabbies. The stabbies worked out well. And the weathering on it, and like the coloring, you know, that was good. The base looks totally different. As I said, I've been experimenting with basing and using Agrax Earthshade and Ethereum Blue as a highlight on Titus. I actually did that on the Tyrannid model here too, after the fact of doing the like painting of the model itself. But yeah, I've been doing that. This is some of the stuff I've been working on whilst we've been doing our vacationing. Oh, thanks, Atoli. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no, I actually got really good at weathering, painting up a dragon from D&D. Also, this is a dope ass model that you've done. It's totally like this looks sick. Let me see if I can move it. There you go. Was this a fallen? Hang on, let me... Yeah, you painted up a fallen, a heretic fallen, a true heretic fallen. Because not all fallen are heretics, but I assume because you chose a full-blown chaos model with like horns growing out the dude's head, this is a fully corrupted fallen dark angel. Dude, the highlighting looks good. Oh, you just found it. Dude, valid. No, but that okay. Even still, I love the highlighting on this thing. Oh, you put in brackets, you didn't paint him. Oh my god, I missed that part. Was this your... Yeah, was this Iron Snakes? I swear you said Iron Snakes. Weathering, chat. The weathering effect on the metallic looked great on this one. You did a really good job. Like, did you for this one? Okay, did you paint it black, and then did you go over metallics, and then did you put Nuln oil or like Black Templar shader for like the dark parts, and then did you touch up with more metallic, or did you go with undercoat black and undercoat white, and then did you put like a dark shader over it to create shadows, and then did you go over metallics? Because this looks really well shaded with midtones and like highlighting. It looks fantastic. Also, the damage on the pauldron, man. Good God. Look at that. Look at that. So good. Nice, man. Oh, I see what you did there. Did you cut like a little scratch across the helm there and then like stab some bullet holes in him? Bro, I'm seeing more and more of this as I go, and it looks awesome. Oh man, and the islands are so good. This is I think the last one from Italy over the vacation that you painted up, dude. So this was the final product of your last final build that you painted up and posted to the mini chat. Oh my god, we got to talk about this one. There's shading, there's weathering, there's like shadows. It's just so crisp. Also, because it's a stealth unit, you can expect the dude to not have that much battle damage or battle wear, because let's face it, a stealth operative that's got lots of damage isn't very stealthy. If they've got bullet holes on them, on their power armor, and they're supposed to be a stealth operative, they're not being that stealthy. Facts. Am I right, chat? Come on. I'm pretty sure you're not very stealthy if you're getting shot at to the point your armor's taking damage. But this guy, and yeah, this guy is sick. The pauldron, man, the detail, the highlights, or the knife. I like the knifey. That is really cool. Oh, actually, you know, just like this whole arm part is probably just, it's nice. It's nice. Let's be real. I'm like looking at the metallic part and I'm just going, ooh, shiny. Shiny chat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you did an insanely good job. Oh, you used lead belcher. I love lead belcher. Oh, and you combine it with a different metallic. I'm about to get a different silver too. I can't remember what it's called. But chat, do you know how much it cost to get all the paints I needed to begin painting the Primarch model, the Primarch model, Lion L. Johnson, also known as the Lion. Do you know how much it costs? Cost about as much as the model itself, almost. Actually, it costs more than the model. I shit you not. There were so many different paint pots. It cost about like 155 thereabouts. 155 thereabouts. It was AUD by the way. So just in case you're from a different side of the world, yeah, inflation goes hard in Australia compared to like Britain or the UK, I should say, where like the pound has such a higher value, you can get more bang for your buck, or the USD. Stinky? No. Maybe. I don't know. But oh my gosh, Chad. That you know, that was really fun. We're gonna have a miniature appreciation like hour periodically. So if you want your minis to be featured in my streams in the future, then or even just post it to social media in appreciation. Yeah, hit up our Discord server, go drop stuff in Minis chat. We love to see your work. So yeah, we have a Minis chat. If you ever want to talk lore about 40k, please do info dump us in the 40k lore chat. Our community, we stinking love to deep dive in lore, don't we, Atoli? Right? Say yes. Right, Atoli? Say yes. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm staring at you. These eyes, they're boring into your soul, Atoli. You better say yes. Oh god. But yeah, no. We here at the Thonk community do like to think deeply and big brain lore. So please do drop us a yell or a shout down there. Yes, give us your hottest takes. Horus did everything right. Magnus did everything wrong. The Emperor is the goodest boy, the bestest dad, and he never failed as a parent. And it's all that Erda guy's fault. Also, fuck Erebus. Oh wait, that's not a hot take. That's a fantastic take. Okay, I'm running out of things to add to the list of hot takes. Actually, you know what? I think this take that people don't often like realize, but both the Necrons. Okay, totally. As far as it goes, what's a Necron hot take? Give me a Necron hot take. Yeah, give me a hot take between the Necrons. Something absolutely wild. Do you think Imhotep versus the Silent King? Who do you think wins? Imhotep versus the Silent King. Who do you think wins? If they were just in a vacuum in a room, who do you think wins? Also, chat. We will talk Necron lore today, a little bit, and some Titus lore and some Ultramarine goodness. Dawn wasn't the Primarch that walked off to Pluto. Oh god. Actually, chat. I should talk about Ashes of the Imperium. Holy crap. This is a wild hot take I want to roll with in all seriousness. I don't think Gilliman was Gilliman when he got to Terra and he started trying to fix things and reorganize everything. I think that Gilliman became possessed by the Emperor. Because you know how in current lore he can be possessed by the Emperor and the Emperor can speak through him. And he does so when burning the Garden of Nurgle. He has so in Ashes of the Imperium, right after the Horus Heresy, just after it's all done and concluded and humanity is on its knees, Gilliman brings the Ultramarines and he brings all of Ultramar's resources to save Terra, and he does this huge humanitarian effort. But then the moment he starts reorganizing the governmental systems and whatnot, dude becomes just like the Emperor personality-wise. Becomes secretive. He stops talking to other brothers about different things. He becomes a bit duplicitous to some degree. He becomes so much more like the Emperor. And I feel like, he also, low-key undermines the rest of the Primarch's authority and reinserts humanity as their own leadership figures. And the government itself becomes more human-run compared to the other Primarchs. Dawn is beside himself. He gets completely shut down by I believe it's the OG High Lords of Terror and the other people who are trying to run the Imperium at the time, alongside Gilliman. Because Gilliman at that point, he wants to do a nice conservative push outwards to retake, I think it's Luna. And more or less, after taking that critical location, move on to the next objective. But Dawn's just like, no, I want to throw hands. I want to go out there. I want to slay. I want to genocide the heck out of all of the traitor forces that decided to throw hands with us in the first place, and just do this mad rush. And so do initially the other Primarchs also feel that way, like the Lion and Leman Russ, who, by the way, they buried the hatchet at that point. They're actually really good friends, and they've shared Legion secrets with each other, and they're really brotherly at that point now, after having one final honor duel. But even they come around to Gilliman's point of view, and Dawn is just left like at a complete loss for the first time ever. He's just like totally beside himself. He doesn't know what to do. And like the rest of humanity's just like, okay, we're going with Gilliman. We're rolling with this guy. But yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting to see how like Dawn just gets completely shut down because of what is seemingly this odd series of circumstances orchestrated by Gilliman, who is acting like the Emperor. And I feel like him being so close to the Golden Throne, that he might be potentially being influenced by the Emperor in that way. And when you really think about what the Primarchs are, they are kind of aspects of the Emperor in some way or another. Like they're based, I shouldn't say aspect, they're based off aspects of the Emperor. That's probably a better way to put it, because there are aspects of the Emperor, Chad, and then there's the Primarchs, and the aspects of the Emperor are just forms and shape-shifting forms of the Emperor, but the Primarchs are their own selves, but they're based off the Emperor too, or so it goes. What with them being literally like created by the Emperor. But that said, my hot take is that, yeah, Gilliman is being possessed by the Emperor, and he's running the Imperium of Man how the Emperor wants him to run it. Dawn, yes, Gilliman, I am the Alpha. I mean, I killed Alpha. Fuck. That would actually, I believe I could see that happening. I could see that happening. Also, Dawn killed one of the two Alfarius twins. Mindsight, if you didn't know that, which is a very funny coincidence. Yeah, that is a very funny coincidence. Given your joke. All right, so I have rambled a bit and a half. Let's get some video games up for a bit, chat. What'd you say? What do you say? I reckon we play some video games. As promised. Yes. And let's turn the music off, and we'll get us some good old-fashioned video games and have us a ramble. Now I'm totally out of touch, so I'm gonna need to warm up again. So you will need to bear with me. Also, I don't know if this is an appropriate volume, but we will find out. And I will also need to adjust my model to the appropriate sizing, but I don't know. I don't know, chat, how small or big to make myself until we're in the game. But yeah, Mindsight, my dude. Have you listened to any of the books or any of the audiobooks? Also, did you see my book recommendation list to you? Because, oh shoot, I knew there was something I forgot, which is, I wanted to recommend you the Dawn of Fire series. Ooh, thanks for the hydrate. Ah! Ah! Ow! Ah! Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I will get up and I will grab my water bottle. I just want the game to load in. Do you think I even need to adjust my model at all? I feel like I do. I feel like I do, chat. Bap bap. Bibbidi bap. Bap bap. Bibbidi bap. Bap. Okay. All right. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna quickly get up, grab my water bottle, fill it up, come back. I will also grab a cup of electrolytes, and then we're gonna plow through this. But yes, Itoli, you're welcome to come. Cal, you're welcome to come and join me too. Chat, everybody is welcome to come play with me. You just have to sing out if you want to join. Yeah, you're all welcome to join in game with me. You just have to sing out in chat, and then I'll put a join code on screen. But I will play with randoms online until we get some people actually wanting to play games. Dawn of Fire book. Look at inside. Well, my type before I get up and grab my electrolytes. The Dawn of Fire book, was and like the series that goes along with it. It's supposed to be the equivalent of the like Horus Heresy series, but in present day law. Sad that it didn't turn out that way, but it was supposed to be. It was like they were going to make it like that, and it just didn't pan out that way. Such is life. But yes, I will be. But like, there's some really good lore there between the blueberries, the Necrons, and it all ties into Archmagos. It's really, yeah. The same with the Dark Imperium book series. But yeah, I will just real quick grab my bottle, chat. I'm only gonna be like 3-ish minutes. Bear with me. Bear with me. Kablooey! Alrighty, let's get back to it, chat. Hey, hi. We're back. Ooh. So, is the gameplay quiet? I feel like it is a bit quiet. Yeah, it's a bit quiet. Let me turn the music up, volume up. 25, 45, 35, 50. That'll do. Hey, also my microphone needs adjustment. I'll get there. Hang on. Ah. Turn it down a bit. Oh, I've actually... That's what it is. Bah. Is that better? Hang on. I think... Yeah, it's about one more point. There we go. Okay. Ah. What did I just... Oh, it's just the pen. Cool. Okay, chat. Let's play some video games. Ah, what is it? Hold on. That's what. So, Operation Siege Stratagems. What was what? I say we've done that. Oh, how many wins do I need to get to like what happens when you pick all 5? Let's complete Inferno again. OPs is the main PVE. Ops is the main PVE. So just double checking. It's Holy. Are you joining today, or what's your availability like today? Sorry, Chad. I really want to get the mic volume. So there we go. Normally the noise gate isn't a problem. I don't know why it's a problem today. Also, I think Roy is meowing in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Also, whilst the game loads, I'll probably pick my class. You know what? I'll probably stay on Bulwark because it's what I'm used to, and then we'll go with other classes as we play. Tactical Azul. Bulwark. There we go. You might be able to. Nice. Oh. What's the dodge button? Right after that. Jesus! Slice. Oh wow, he's fast. Chad, I'm very concerned. Chad, I'm super duper concerned. Why do I have a chain blade right now? Yeah, why do I have a chainsaw? Ooh. That must Despite the grip of get used to the shooting and the stabbing. Sleep ends at 11 and remaining. Oh, yeah, no, that's all good. I love how you described it as maining. Like, like that your character play a character of choice. Oh, that's kind of cute actually. That's actually very cute. And what was? Oh yeah, it's that plus melee attack. I'm gonna put my back down now. I'm gonna. Oh, do I get the? Yes, I got it, chat. I got that. I got that quick time react. Not bad. I'm doing. I should probably dodge that. Oh, he got that. Yep. Terrible match, considering it's been about maybe a week and a half out of practice. Well, it's more like 2 weeks actually. Yeah. 2 weeks out of practice. I think. I realize the error of my ways the moment I'm committed. It's like, I'm gonna die!
I shall never let a brother
Get up, brother! Before I die! Dang it. Did I get him up? Oh, it was worth it. I got him up, chat. It was worth it. I got him up. The only question is if he will be actually help me back up.
Restoring our brother's
Come on, EB420. Help a brother up. Oh, the other guy got me up. Thank you, Otto. Otto Fiddler. I think that's the name. Brutal. Absolutely. So,
camp gate ahead. Looks deserted.
what have we got here? I've forgotten. Oh, I remember where this what this mission setting is.
We are inside the Astra Militarum camp.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Oh, we got a flame. Oh, we got a big flame. Bigger flame. Oh, shield can tank a lot of things. Ah! Oh my god, he's invisible. Where is he? There he is. Jesus! Can I counter? No. No. I think the one attack I can't counter. I have to drop the banner and hopefully heal! Oh, Jesus! Stop guarding my banner! My banner is healed! I need to heal!
Try searching the body.
We got the counter attack off. Oh my god. Oh, I'm being targeted by something exploding. Ah! Oh my god, Chad. Send help. Oh. Okay. So much dodging. Dear God. The Lictor licked us. Looks like the Lictor licked us, Chad. You know what? Whilst we watch this big epic guy do his business, we're gonna talk this. I got 280 seconds to talk lore at you. So I might hang on. Let me just kill the gameplay audio a bit. It's actually louder than I was expecting it to be.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
25 is probably bad. Rather. Okay. Let's talk lore. Let's talk lore about 500 worlds, which... Oh, hang on. He's going hand to hand with that. Sick. So So, as you're gonna get the first box set. It's set quite far in the 40k timeline. After the events of Prayer and Nexus. And Gilliman has taken some massive losses in space against the Necrons. So the Ultramarines took some massive losses and they built up their forces, and Titus has done his time dealing with Leandros. He's got the laurels of victory. He's gone and done that secret mission. Sorry, he's gone and done that mission that was in secret level, and Gilliman has promoted him to Warden of Ultramar and is captain of the second again. And Leandros is basically more or less just gonna have to cry him a river if there's anything that he disagrees with. But having said that, you have him now going back to retake the worlds that were lost due to the Necrons who fought Gilliman previously. What I'm keen to sort of see is in Space Marine, if we do get Space Marine 3, is how Gilliman becomes Warden of Ultramar. Maybe there's more stuff leading into it, or maybe Space Marine 3 is set in the actual 500 Worlds campaign. Either or, it would be really cool to see Gilliman promote him, but also it'd be really, really cool to just see us fighting Necrons as Titus. That to me feels good. Wrong button. Now I'm gonna sort of go back in time a little bit as we go. So we'll go backwards. Sorry, but I meant to say we're gonna go backwards in time as we talk Titus lore. But effectively, that is the reaction. The thing that I'll start with. So just before that whole promotion, we have Secret Level, the film, or the short film, right? That short film is meant to see Titus reunite with his old mentor, Mentorus, who more or less is responsible for Titus becoming an Ultramarine. Like, he found Titus on his home world, which was basically a farming world, in a nutshell. And he found this lone wandering kid who was basically dragging a Space Marine combat knife around as a child. Yeah. So, oh shoot, the poison aura effect. As a child, he was found carrying that combat knife around, which it's just nuts seeing a child do that. Anyway, he was swinging that thing around at the Tyranid forces and holding his own, and the Taurus finds him. And then he's like, you would be insane as a Space Marine. You would be crazy as a Space Marine. You'd be heaps good as a Space Marine. But also I'm kind of terrified because you're a child that already knows no fear. Space Marines are usually trained to know no fear and psycho-indoctrinated until fear of death and hurt and injury is taken out of them. So Titus already lacked fear of death, even as a child. It's just crazy. Anyway, the biggest worry Mentorus has whilst they're on the mission is that he's worried that Titus is Warhammer 40k's guts from Berserk, if you haven't seen that anime. But like genuine, he would be. Oh, that. I don't want to lick her in my face. But yeah, so look, the entire time they're on the mission, Notorious is distracted by the idea that maybe that fear of death, that rage that child had, persisted into adulthood, and that maybe Titus would become corrupted by chaos. Anyway, the point is, like, he's just scared of Titus and what he could become. But by the end of the film, he's like pleasantly surprised, because like Titus is more or less this highly refined exemplar of what it means to be an ultramarine. He's really disciplined, he's highly competitive, but he's also willing to follow the extreme like discipline and structure that they follow as ultramarines. Oh, that's not the button. There's my grenade. Where'd that Tyranid go? Oh, he's fine. He's getting handled by my dude who's guarding the Vanguard. Come here! By Boris even gets rescued by Titus. So it's yeah. I wanted to go the full thing. Anyway, before that mission, okay, we have Space Marine 2, right? And all the events of that, and Leandros gets into a ship with Titus, with the chapter master, and they all, and Kaido Sicarius as well goes with them, and they're all on the same ship. And I kind of feel like Titus would have been like, "Hey guys, that time Leandros was a fucking asshole to me. Good times, right?" I feel like Titus would have said something on the ship at that moment. But Leandros, more or less, is the reason he went on that mission. I'm pretty sure the mission that he's referring. Oh shoot, Leandros is talking about a mission that he's got to go on, and I think it's a secret level mission. But leading up to that, we had Titus with Gadriel and Chiron fighting against the forces of chaos, specifically the I always think the word bearers. Was it the word? Yeah, the word bearers. And Kazinch and Zinch Blue and all of that goodness. Oh god, I am gonna go over to my buddy over here, and we're gonna tag team this guy. Shields exist for a reason. Ouch. I'm gonna have to pop Banner down. But where was I? Sorry, I have licking all my brain folds into smooth brain. Yeah, you've got Titus against the Word Bearers alongside his friends Chiron and Gadriel. And he sort of has to prove himself, doesn't he? He really does have to prove himself to specifically Gadriel. It seems like. And by the end of it all, Gadriel reignites. I've already got the weapon on one. Gadriel reignites Titus's faith in like Space Marine Brotherhood and his trust in like his fellow Space Marines. He sort of feels redeemed in that respect. Before he serves in the Death Watch, and the Death Watch is where he more or less has to prove that he is not corrupted by chaos. Per what happened. Oh, what a huge miss. But the interesting thing is that before that situation, before he was in the Death Watch, serving under an alias known as Nullus, he was actually being held prisoner by a Inquisitor, Inquisitor Thrax. Thrax was more or less a bit of a hater on Space Marines, deeply hypocritical, because it's like he thinks that they're a problem for the Imperium when actually it's sort of like this. Okay, without the Horus Heresy, without Space Marines, you wouldn't have the Horus Heresy, but also without Space Marines, the Horus Heresy would not have been solved. And so, like, it's this really stupid, oh, whoops, speaking of stupid, that was stupid, but there was this really stupid, it's this really stupid hypocritical idea that if we never had Space Marines, we'd never have the Horus Heresy. Cool, but if you didn't have Space Marines, the Horus Heresy would never have concluded. Like, you need Space Marines. And before that, we would have had the Great Crusade to retake the stars. Without Space Marines, you would not have the Imperium of Man's Galactic Empire. Period. And then, you know, there's this argument, like, oh, well, what about the Custodians? They were perfect. The Emperor didn't have the time to create a galaxy-spanning army of Custodians. He didn't. He really didn't. He needed an army comparable to them that was stable, and he created the Space Marines and the Primarchs. Anyway, Thrax is silly, and as it turns out, he's been keeping not just Titus prisoner, but various other Space Marines prisoner, under whatever pretense he can, purely to just torture the hell out of them and then eventually kill them, because he just doesn't want Space Marines to do their duty to the Imperium. He doesn't like Space Marines, and by the end of it all, it's found that he was actually possessed by a warp entity, a chaos demon, and you know, I believe was it the Order Malleus? I don't want to say the Order Malleus, but the Grey Knights catch wind of Thrax, and they investigate him, and yeah, it's found that he was in fact possessed, and he gets utterly destroyed by a specific Grey Knight that I can't think of, and he gets replaced by a different Inquisitor, and she's the one who goes, alright, there's no corruption in these Space Marines, but we need them to be screened because they've been treated so poorly by this guy. We don't want them to become traitors because of this guy, so we're going to put them to work under observation in the Death Watch, and that's how Titus ends up in the Death Watch. Before his time being tortured and imprisoned by Thrax, is the events of Space Marine 1. So, as far as that goes with Space Marine 1, he's captain of the 2nd. You see him fighting alongside Leandros. And he's once again up against the forces of Chaos. And he has to, in a nutshell, stop a Chaos Lord from ascending to become a Demon Prince. Don't tell me how he manages to solo fight a Chaos Lord who is almost ascendant, chat. Don't ask me how he does it, but he does it. He beats him, and he destroys the artifact that is the source of the Chaos Lord's power, and he quite literally lays his bare well, I should say shouldn't say he's bare. He's wearing gauntlets, but he lays hands on this Chaos artifact that's so rich in the power of the warp that the question remains: how do you touch it without being corrupted by Chaos? Well, at least that's, you know, the question in Leandros' mind, and Leandros is a lower ranked dude who, like, because you're like, you're lower ranked, you're not going to know as much, you're not going to have as much life experience, and so Leandros fervently follows the Codex Astartes out of guilt because he killed a friend by accident by thinking outside the box. And that's why he's really, really adamant about the Codex Astartes. He does so out of guilt. Anyway, he reports Titus to Thrax for potential corruption and to be investigated for chaos corruption. Anyway, the reason he does that is because he just doesn't get it. He doesn't know how Titus has touched that without being corrupted by chaos, and he doesn't want to think outside the box. Oh shoot, that's why I'm like getting hurt so much. I gotta take cover here. Oh, ow, there goes my cover. The thing is, it doesn't. Oh, I did not dodge at the right time. It doesn't take much creative thinking to understand why Titus isn't corrupted by chaos. You just simply have to look at the evidence in front of you. The guy is standing in front of you, not corrupted by chaos. I don't know, like, if it was me, a perfectly rational space marine, seeing like sheer hard evidence in front of me, I wouldn't question the evidence. And I probably wouldn't even think about the why at that point. I'd care about what to do next. You know, but regardless, that's why Leandros is so annoying with the Codex. It is because out of guilt, he killed someone. And he follows the Codex Astartes because if he had followed it at the time, his friend would have been still alive. But the Codex isn't perfect. It's just literally a guide. It is literally just a guide that Gilliman made as a guide, and even he is just like, guys, it's like, come on, think for yourselves. You're my sons. Please just think for yourselves. Don't just rely on the Codex. Oh my days, we are getting blasted by psychic energy right now. I gotta put this down. Get some shields back up. Oh no. Actually, that's actually probably bad. I'm gonna have to go and find some ammunition. And my teammates. Oh, shoot. Hang on. If I can just run a loop. Give me the hammer, give me the hammer. Run away. Okay. We're gonna need to dodge. So much dodging. So much dodging. Oh my god. Where was I? Oh, okay, never mind. We're dead. Well, that makes it easier to talk about the rest of it. So, yeah, we had... Where were we? Leandros reports Titus to the Inquisition. The problem with this chat... The problem with Leandros doing that is he wasn't supposed to do that. As a Space Marine, if you have an issue with a brother, you're supposed to report them to your chapter master. You aren't supposed to circumvent the chain of command. And that is also something that is a bit hypocritical of Leandros. See, that fully isn't Codex compliant behavior. If you have an issue with your brother, you're supposed to report them to the chapter master, right? So this means that Leandros only follows the Codex Astartes when it suits him. As well. So personally, I think he just had it in for Titus. By and large, I just think he had a problem with Titus. And that's basically why he circumvented chain of command and broke protocol. But yeah, he was supposed to go to the chapter. Anyway, the chapter master would have been like, listen here, you little goon. You're a low rank, you don't get it. And also, look at the evidence. He's not corrupted by chaos. The why doesn't matter. Honestly, that's probably what Calgar's own reaction would have been. It's like, listen here, you little shit. The evidence is right in front of me. that he's not corrupted by chaos. Who cares about the why? We'll probably figure that in time. Leandros' babe itself also invited the Inquisition to dig deeper into the Ultramarines as well. Yeah, exactly. It does. It does. The other thing is, and we'll talk about the relationship between the Ultramarines and the Inquisition in a second, because it goes back to Ashes of the Imperium, but before the Chaos Lord is defeated, you also have Titus in Space Marine 1 going up against an Orc invasion, and they want to more or less get the Titan and the other Mechanicus elements on that planet and strip them for parts, which is like a pretty orcish thing. Anyway, the Orc war boss that he has to deal with repeatedly appears and disappears. He's a recurring character of the entire game. Anyway, if not for the Orc war boss, I don't know how Titus would have made it against the Demon Prince, but like if it wasn't for the Orc war boss interfering a couple times through, Titus may very well have like died. Whoa! Oh my God! That. Okay. Eek. Hold on. Let me drop this battle. Oh, dude behind me. Oh, it's a Lictor. Of course it's a freaking Lictor. Of course it's a Lictor. Actually, that's the other one. The meaner one. Not a Lictor, because a Lictor would be invisible. Oh, it's not a Neuroblond. It's a... Gosh, there's so many names for them. And it's not a zone. That'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Ah, God. But, what was I? Oh yeah, if it wasn't for the war boss, I think it was Grimskull? If it wasn't for the war boss Grimskull interfering in the first fight between the Chaos Lord and Titus, he would have died.
We have arrived at Nozik's facility.
Going back in time to before Space Marine 1,
The swarm will be broken.
you've got events occurring outside. Oh Jesus! You've got events occurring outside of off screen. I should have done that. But yeah, you got events occurring off screen. So they are sort of as follows. Titus leading. This is how Titus first becomes captain of the second company of Ultramarines. So you have. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to go back in time. Oh my God, this is gonna take some concentration actually. Before Space Marine 1, you have Bealtan forces that are invading a planet. I think it's Beta Arcturus. Oh, I'm out of it. Of course I'm out of it. Alright. Melee it is.
No time to take
Get out of that. And drop the banner. So you have Bealtan forces of the Eldar invading Beta Arcturus. There's a huge void battle between the Ultramarines and the Bealtan forces. Now, at the time, I believe the captain of the second is run by a guy named Sevastus. Not Severus. Sevastus. Sevastus Agamemnon, I think, or Is it Acheron or Agamemnon? I'm getting them mixed up because their names are so freaking similar. It is unbelievable. I need to wait till my shields go up. But yeah. So Sevastus, I'm just gonna go with his first name. Sevastus is captain of the second, and like Leandros is there. Titus is there. Titus is a sergeant at that point. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, you've got a situation. They have to deal with the Eldar forces. The leaders, the Autarch leaders of the Bealtown forces, they more or less, their location is leaked through the Ultramarines, and what follows is that Sevastus splits up into like two different groups. You've got him with an entire combat patrol. You've got Titus leading a group, and they're both trying to go after the Autarch leaders.
Where should I plant this flag?
Now, I believe there is a decisive battle or two, but eventually at some point, I'm gonna really grossly nutshell this, by the way. Like the events, I will be skipping some things, but in a nutshell,
we need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet.
Sevastus, Acheron,
and get it done.
Yeah, Acheron. Sevastus. Oh, thank you, Atoll. Thank you. There's a fight. Oh, yes. Please don't pick that up. Please don't pick that up. Please don't pick that up. But yeah, there's a fight between Sevastus and the Autarchs. I believe he kills an Autarch leader, but Leandros is captured, and then what follows is that they go back to base. Him and Titus have a little chat,
The walls will not stop them for
and
long.
once again they split up, and it's just stupid bad, like really stupid bad. Body for a second there. Here we go. Gotta take some stims. Medic. It's really bad. The combat patrol that's led by dodge. The combat patrol that's led by Sevastus gets completely ambushed, like me right now. Oh my days. And that's really, really fitting. Sevastus dies, and his body is more or less kept as bait by Eldar.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's kept with. Oh shoot! I gotta move! Or I'm gonna die again. But his body is kept as bait alongside Leandros, and it's just no bueno. Now Titus catches wind of this situation, and he commands. He was actually made stand-in captain. Stand-in captain, not like a fully appointed one, but stand-in captain by Sevastus before they left, just in case things went wrong. And they didn't go wrong. So Sevastus is dead. Titus uses the remaining forces to go in, kill the Bealtan forces and the remaining leaders, and avenge Sevastus. They recover Sevastus's body. Oh, host migration. Deck is host migration. Anyway, whilst the host is migrating, chat, we'll talk. He goes in there, he defeats the Autarch leaders, he kills off the remaining Bealtan forces, recovers the body of Sevastus Acheron, and he also saves Leandros, who is just racked with guilt, and I'm pretty sure Sevastus is the guy that he feels guilty over, Um, so, but yeah, the things that follow next though is after recovering Leandros and Sevastus's body, they go back to Ultramar
Come on.
and
We have reached the
specifically
ammo
Macragge.
Dig in. We need that
And
bomb triggered for optimal yield.
it
Orbital
is
scan
at
estimates the
Macragge
bulk
that they
of the
have this
swarm will not be in
funeral,
position for a while
and
yet. Keep your
Calgar
heads
appoints
and get it done.
Titus officially the full, like the actual captain of the second, and that's how he becomes captain of the
I
second.
see them coming, brothers.
Um,
Plenty for everyone.
It's after saving Leandros and recovering the body of the captain and avenging him and doing what the captain couldn't do. Mind you, before that, he was showing this, like, Titus had a huge history of leadership already and experience. It was just a matter of time. It wasn't even a matter of if, but when Titus was going to be a captain of some sort.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
So yeah, it was never a question of if, but when. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now, people might be wanting to know, how did Titus become so good at? Oh shoot, that is not good. Oh. Well, leading up to his promotion and leading up to that whole situation of him saving Leandros, avenging Sevastus. Let's go back even further in time. Before that, you have very much before that is the situation where you have the Battle of Macragge. Ow, my face. In the Battle of Macragge, oh, get dumped on. He just up and ran. Oh, I need to stick together with the team. Otherwise, I'll end up down.
Position is no longer secure. The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my
So you have the Battle of Macragge, okay. Way before that. At the Battle of Macragge, it's sort of the time in which... It's very close to the time in which Titus was born, he grew up, he became recruited, and he becomes a space marine. Oh geez, this is where I die. This is legitimately where I die if I'm not careful. Oh, receive. Okay, so I'm not dead. I'm down. So he grows up around the Battle of Macragge, around that time. Now, you have Calgar, you have Sevastus, and I can't remember the name of this other guy, but the general gist is this. Oh jeez, oh god, we've got Psychers too. This is just not great. I gotta dodge. I gotta go catch up with that dude named Otto. Oh my god, that goes straight through my shields! Maybe I can bonk this dude. No! Bonking was the play, but...
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Oh my god. Nice shot in the face. Ouch. Alright, so Battle Macragge, Calgar, Sevastus, and Titan has like spent a number of years growing up and then being recruited and becoming a space marine, working his way up the ranks. He is noted for his accolades and achievements, and he's even fought a Chaos Lord and touched another Chaos Artifact and the Warp Juice and come back and not actually be infected. And the lower ranks have been questioning him, but he's fine. Everything's fine. And, you know, they respond to his situation rationally. And they're like, well, You're clearly not affected by chaos, but we don't understand why. But they like he shrug they shrug it off, and you know, he continues being awesome and doing epic Space Marine things and winning more battles and walking away from said battles seemingly the sole survivor. And he's just this really epic hero guy, which looks awesome on paper, but it makes him look a bit more suspicious at times. And so people are left wondering, well, you're not corrupted by chaos. You're either this really awesome hero guy who's basically a messiah and probably an emperor champion, maybe, or you're a heretic. And he's obviously the hero guy, and like literally the hero guy. But like some people just don't get it. Anyway, we won. Cool. But Sevastus sees, you know, Titus for what he is, this amazing guy, and he's like, okay, cool, you're gonna become a sergeant at some point. But also, I'm gonna tutor you and mentor you. And effectively... Sorry, not... He does get tutored and mentored, but eventually, I think it's Trajan Valoris. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's Trajan Valoris. Trajan Valoris takes over? No, it's not Trajan Valoris. It's somebody else. Trajan tutors Titus. Let me double check it. 40k. Oh. The guy called Lucian Trajan. Oh my god. I mean, the names are so similar. Sorry. Captain Lucian Trajan. Captain Trajan. And Sevastus, they sort of work together. And over time, they're fighting the Tyranid forces on Macragge. And Trajan and Titus, you know, like it's this iron sharpens iron situation. They get better off each other's, like, you know, input in fighting the Tyranids. But under the tutelage of Sevastus, Titus becomes an absolute killing machine against the Tyranids. And when he becomes a sergeant, he more or less goes out and leads squads on his own with himself and them. And as he does battle after battle with Tyranids, he's cooking up a fighting style that actually works uniquely against the Tyranids, and he understands how to kill them, how to beat them. And this is like, it's this time of his life in which he becomes an expert at killing Tyranids. It's not anywhere near the events of Space Marine 2. It's not even in Space Marine 1. It's not even when he's promoted. It's just around the time of him becoming a sergeant, and a bit after. That's when he actually formulates his fighting style that actually works against the Tyranids. And that's where, you know, he more or less understands like the hive mind, the whole thing, and how it works, and how to outsmart them and outplay them. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. It's literally so far back in time compared to like Space Marine 2 and 1 and 500 Worlds. But you know, I mean, like that's that. Before that, he's, you know, it's the whole, he was born on that farming planet, raised as a farming child, but he you know, his homeworld gets destroyed and ravaged by Tyranids, and he finds Space Marine combat knife somehow, which I'm guessing was dropped by an Ultramarine who was defending his world. And it's all just like occurring around the time of Battle of Macragge, when it's all kicking off. And then he's found Minotaurus and recruited, and the rest is history. But like that is more or less than like the lore of Titus done backwards, and also in a very rambly way. But I think the next thing to think about is, well, the relationship with the Ultramarines leading into following Ashes of the Imperium. So, as I stated earlier, in Ashes of the Imperium, like some time ago, the Ultramarines, led by Gilliman, saved humanity after the Horus Heresy had ravaged the Imperium, and they effectively brought in and bolstered humanity. If it wasn't for them, people would just be dying of like hunger, exposure, or also disease. And yeah, if it wasn't for that, that's what would have happened. But it's yeah. Now you have Gilliman also acting like the Emperor at that point, as I said, installing human officials, reinstating old human governments, and more or less usurping the rest of the Primarchs to some degree in their authority, because they have absolute power over humans. They can effectively just say, yeah, no, don't care, don't want that, don't think that's, you know, useful or helpful, even if it was the right thing to do. Basically, Primarchs had this power for a reason. You know, during the Great Crusade it was necessary, but past that, you know, they're no longer in the Great Crusade. The Great Crusade has ended. So, and because of the Horus Heresy and how that played out. So what are you gonna do, right? Like, what can you do? So the humans and the Primarchs, like, they go through this huge like reformation of government. And not all Primarchs are happy about this. Some decide to work with it. Others just, you know, are appalled, but also they kind of just shrug their shoulder and move on with life. And some just straight up go into disappearing. Eventually, though, Gilliman has set up the human government, well, the old four institutions. And one of them is actually the Assassinorum, led by Hassan, who was working directly under Malcador, side by side. And Malcador was working side by side with the Emperor. Oh yeah, give me that 10 minutes. Why can't I get that? Me want that. Me want that perk. Chat. Me want that perk. Oh well, it is what it is. But you have the earliest forms of the Inquisition starting to form. And it's interesting because if you don't know about the Terminus Decree and Basilio Foe in The End and the Death, Basilio Foe created this really crazy phage weapon that it could have wiped out all Space Marines. More or less, push a button and it will attack all Space Marines. But he didn't create
these connections is worthy of high praise.
the big worry about it initially was that it wouldn't just kill Space Marines, it would kill everyone, humans included. And so there was that. Plus, in killing off all these people, they would be dumping all these souls into the warp and strengthening chaos even further. And so Foe was allowed by a custody who, you know, was watching him, and a few other people who were interested parties, and they were led by a guy named Xanthus. Now, Xanthus was a very highly important member, in short, right, Foe was a perpetual, and I won't explain. They just live for a very long time, and some of them are magical, others not so, but are very smart. Foe was less more so less magical and just really, really smart. Now he, as I said, he made a weapon that was incomplete and realized this, and then they moved him to Malcador's library, where he allegedly perfected this weapon, and it would be called the Terminus Decree. Allegedly, right? But we find out later on that it's not the Terminus Decree. It's the Terminus Decree is something else, which is really dumb, but we will talk about that in a bit. The issue that you have is Buh is a prisoner, and he hates the Emperor, which is why he wanted to make this weapon in the first place, because he didn't agree with the Emperor's visions. Effectively, yeah, he creates this weapon initially because he just hates everything the Emperor's done in the Great Crusade, and he just wants to completely upheave it and pull it apart and do things his own way. But of course, he is captured, and the Custodian's like, you know, it probably would be good if we had a big button weapon that we could press to, you know, just remove Space Marines and Primarchs from the picture if we needed it. But yeah, as I said earlier, they find out the weapon's incomplete, and they don't know if it'll kill just Space Marines or humans, and their soul going to the warp is not great because it will feed chaos. So they go to Malcador's library. He perfects the weapon. It can now kill specific Space Marines. It can kill specific Primarchs. It can target whoever the hell you tell it to target. It won't just blanket statement kill every Space Marine or even humans. And it will also destroy their soul, which is terrifying. But the Custodies go, okay, yep, cool. We're going to take this now and secret it away and put it on lockdown. Meanwhile, Foe tries to escape, and he does. He does it by dying, chat. Let me pitch you this. So Xanthus was guarding him alongside the Custody at the time. And effectively, it's kind of cooked, chat. So the way he escapes is as follows. Xanthus, his DNA is stolen. So he's tricked into stealing. Oh, that's why I'm dying left, right, and center. He's tricked into stealing from. He's tricked into Foe allowing Xanthus to. Oh my god, Xanthus allows Foe to steal his DNA. Foe clones Xanthus and kills the original and puts his memories and his soul. He puts his consciousness into that body. Original Xanthus dies. Foe stages his own death, and that Xanthus that you think is really Xanthus is actually Foe, and he goes on to become a member of the Inquisition. Xanthism kicks off inside the Inquisition, which is pretty bad stuff, I'm not gonna lie. And it's very much against the Emperor's own visions of humanity. Xanthism is not great, but it's a legitimate school of thought in the three schools of thought inside of the Inquisition. And over time, you see the various sects influenced by Xanthism. You see the relationship of even the High Lords of Terror being usurped at some point. Like Goj Vandire, I believe, if I remember correctly, Vandire was a Xanthist. Let me double check. I think Vandire. Goj Vandire, Xanthism. Goj Vandire was a Xanthist. I can't can't find the bit that talks about it, but
insufficient.
in a nutshell, Van Dyer takes the system of government from Terra, and he puts it on an entirely different planet, which is not great. And he becomes a megalomaniac, and is more or less a tyrant. It's just really not. It's really not good. It's really not great. Eventually, you know, he encounters these women, these warrior ladies, who basically are the precursors to the Sisters of Battle. They're known as the oh, I can't. No. Not the bride. The Brides of the Emperor is what Doge renames them as. And he makes them his personal bodyguards, and as you can expect, that's a little bit sussy, considering he called them the Brides of the Emperor, and he makes them his personal bodyguards. But before that, they were known as something else. It's like Daughters of the Emperor. That's it. Daughters of the Emperor. Thank you. Now, they're very interesting because you have a different school of thought growing, which I believe is Keelerism, which is Emperor worship. And the Daughters of the Emperor, leading into things, they are very much of that school of thought. With like Emperor worship and the Emperor being a god and all that stuff. It's interesting. But
Identify structural support for demolition.
past that, eventually, like, has asserted dominance. By the way, this is like yonks down the line. This is well and truly after the era of ruin. This is sometime late in the scouring. Primarchs have disappeared, missing in action. Even Dawn is MIA. Gilliman is off fighting dudes. He hasn't quite lost to Fulgrim yet. But Van Dyer has more or less asserted dominance and usurped the High Lord's authority on the matter. And yeah, so he's taken on the precursors, the Sisters of Battle, as his own personal retinue, and he's a little bit sussy with them. Eventually, the Ultramarines try to reach out to the Brides of the Emperor, and they're like, hey, look, this guy is crazy. He's taking all the resources for himself. He's literally running the Imperium into the ground. We need to take him out. And we could go through this really long battle and fight our way through all of so he's like more or less in a fortress. Anyway, the thing is, they're trying to cut down on losses by not fighting. They want to try diplomacy, and they try to reach out. They don't quite get there, so they send a custodian. So yeah, the Ultramarines go to the custodians, and it's hilarious. Their reaction is just like, holy fuck, what? Excuse me? This guy is usurped the authority of the Imperium? Okay. Well, that's not good. So one custodian goes out and sneaks in and talks to them and says, look, before you fight us, trust me, it's gonna go really fucking badly for you if you do, because it's a custodian versus, you know, some normal human. He's like, look, we could fight, you will die terribly, or I could take you to see the Emperor, and you can go talk to your god. And this happens. The custodian takes this the brides of the Emperor to talk to their god, the god Emperor of mankind, on the golden throne, and like more or less they have this pretty cool miracle moment, and they are made to the light. And why does that salamander have a heavy bolter and not a heavy flamer? How dare! Clearly a fake fan, not a real salamander. Yep. That's really actually an Iron Warrior in disguise. But anyway, I digress. They have a little chit chat with their god, so to speak, and made to see the light. They rename themselves the Daughters of the Emperor, denouncing Goj Vandile and his wicked ways. And then they go back to try and kill him, but ultimately, he's batshit insane at that point. Like, he doesn't care that he's surrounded by them. And he's like, literally off in his own world. And he says something like, I'm too busy to die.
Charges are armed and in place.
Right before he dies, even.
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant.
But at this point, chat, Ultramarines and all other Space Marines have, like, significantly less deciding power inside of the Imperium, and the Inquisition has taken a, like, very insidious over humanity, and it's just not. It's not good. It's not good. And I guess they're one of the only leading factions left that has time, like, to authority in the government. But eventually enough time passes, like leading into modern 40k era, that you see other legions, other loyalities, I really should be saying, having a bit of a better time in the Imperium. Like, generally speaking, Space Marines outrank and they can out-yell most human leaders in general. Like, that's how it's always been, and it still is the thing. I say this as I die, but they just don't have absolute authority like they used to in the Great Crusade. It's this massive power, and it's a lot more equal between Space Marines and humans, because at the end of the day, the humans provide the supplies that the Space Marines need to do what they do. So, there's a big, yeah, to nutshell it, it's a huge shift in power. But overall, because Gilliman, you know, has like entire systems under his banner that have like healthy supply chains, he has way more power than other Space Marine legions, politically speaking. It is just a big deal. It is just a huge deal that he's got those worlds of Ultramar, and this ties back to the 500 worlds that we have to retake. It's really important that he gets his 500 worlds back. The Ultramars are massive, like series of planets that are under the control of the Ultramarines. So 500 worlds is, like, it is an ask, don't get me wrong, but it's not a massive ask. Oh my god. Gilliman is a Nepo baby. Jesus, that is a hot take. I don't know. I don't think necessarily never, baby. Bro, when you get to grow up in a functional family,
Clarification requested.
versus the other Primarchs who didn't even have families, so to speak, or parents, I wouldn't say that qualifies him to be a nepo baby.
Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment.
Like,
Enemy
having
cohesion
it
still in
should
full
not be
effect.
a prerequisite
That beast
to
is
being a
not
nepo
yet
child.
dead. We can hold this
Considering
position,
that
Lords.
nearly all the other
Keep the
Primarchs
swarm off your
had
backs while you hunt that thing.
grown up in a semi-orphan kind of situation. He's like one of the only ones that actually has parents. I should say that. That's actually also part and part why Gilliman is much more understandable compared to other Primarchs. When humans talk to him, he is a lot more human, a lot more switched on, comparatively speaking. Like, there are some other Primarchs out there who are quite human too. Like Vulcan is a good one. The Lionel Johnson, he is famously known for his courtly manner when speaking in I guess a more political situation. He can be a politician. He doesn't like it, but he can do it. Especially like when it's very much needed. Yeah, he can do it. And before Horus was like corrupted by chaos, you had like Loyalist Horus, and Loyalist Horus was an absolute silver tongue. When it came to speaking with people, he could, oh my god, he could get anybody on his side. Just about. Oh, what is this? I'll take that. He inherited the empire he ran. Sort of. He inherited a planet, dude. But
pursue and eliminate. We will not
that's
have a better
after the
opportunity
fact.
to
Like,
finish it off.
he was raised first in a loving family environment. I wouldn't say that just necessarily makes him a nepo baby. He genuinely was taught how to lead and taught how to run and build empires. And memes aside, his mother was genuinely hard on him. She was a good parent on him, from what I've read. Like, he grew up very well adjusted, extremely well adjusted. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't call him just a nepo child and call it a day. He was genuinely well-adjusted, well-raised. He knew the value of what he was given. He actually, from what I remember, he had to earn... Oh, that's foreshadowing. He had to earn his way into leadership too.
I am airborne ready.
But don't get me wrong, like, yes, having parents that have to also be in a leadership role does help. But they didn't just give it to him willy-nilly. He had to... he had a lot of growing up to do.
New path ahead.
Tell us a report.
We are after the Xenos Overlord.
You
It
know-
cannot run forever.
Actually, how did Grogu Dawn grow up? Itoli, I've forgotten Dawn's upbringing. Did he have parents?
We have been cut off from our brethren.
Did he have a terrible
The
situation?
heretics'
What was
jamming
his
must reach this far.
Do not
childhood?
worry. When the Hive Tyrant is dead,
Because
Lieutenant will know.
he is he's interesting from the standpoint of like a sense of well-mannered, well-controlled, emotionally intelligent man. Very straightforward and to the point. Okay, you can jump like that. Oh, dang, I got shot. But
The shadow of death.
I don't remember how Rogel Dawn was raised. If Rogel Dawn had parents, what did he inherit? I've actually completely forgotten.
This soil shows
I had a very positive reaction to being found by the Emperor, and he pretty much like almost nearly straight away just declared his loyalty to him. Much in the same respect of how the Lion first reacted to the Emperor. Oh, that's alright. I think when we get a safe moment, I'll look it up. I'll look up Rogel Dawn's origins, and because it's not coming to my brain right now. I do know that Rogel Dawn had a similar situation to Gilliman, where he had already created an empire by the time the Emperor found him, and it was a spacefaring empire too. So that much can be said for Rogel Dawn. Like, he had his shit together just like Gilliman, and I think he might have even gone a similar direction to Gilliman. And he probably would have gone and built a massive empire like Ultramar if circumstances were slightly different.
Stay close and sharp.
Have you realized there is no escaping judgment?
Oh, gee. Looks pretty west. He looks pretty bad, like... Bro! My god, this Hive Tyrant has seen better days. Yeah? Oh, shoot. Whoops.
Reloading magazine.
Deeply concerned. But yeah, I find that get to safe position. You need help. Hang on. Dang. Yeah, oh, there we go. Got it. Oh, I gotta dodge that. But yeah, we'll deal with the Hive Tyrant, and then we will talk more. Oh my days, bro just came running through like a wrecking ball. Hive Tyrant.
That is no death smash.
Maul. Shocking.
I scanner just spiked.
And in a space room to work with, Dawn's running Space Siberia. Oh. Okay. For me, you know, I've got 30 seconds. I can look this up. How did Dawn grow up? He lived on the planet Thonk, where he was found and adopted by the leader of the House Dawn, who became his adopted beloved grandfather. It was a highly structured childhood, learning tactics, strategy, and survival. Okay. So he had someone, which is why he was reasonably adjusted. Oh my oh my god, this is how I die. Oh my days! Oh my days! Oh my fucking days! Oh, I can't get out of that. I'm trying.
I still fight.
And that's right at the very end. Okay. Well, we got pretty far. That was very fun. But the Rogel Dawn chat. Dawn was raised by a grandparent who adopted. So, I mean, okay. So, again, we're looking at a situation where there's somebody who's reasonably well adjusted. Did he inherit an empire too? Yes, but how did he react? I think Dawn was a little bit more, well, secretly a bit more proud, a little bit more, almost a little bit more arrogant in some ways. I feel, because when you look at his reaction in Ash's Imperium, where, well, the very first time he didn't get his way, one of his, like, the first 3 thoughts he has is, how can I change their minds? Okay, should I use violence? Should I just intimidate them? Or should I, like, browbeat them? Like, that's his, like, initial knee-jerk internal mental reaction to, like, losing out in that argument of whether or not he can go and just go on his own crusade against the traitors. And he's told, no, don't do that, because the rest of us humans vote no. And his reaction is like one of absolute superiority. Like, I feel like he's always gotten his way, sure, but like there's a little bit of that superiority complex. There's a little bit like he feels like, because he is superior, that he should, especially because violence is literally an option in his brain when there is a situation of reason and logic being applied. Like, you're literally talking about planning something amongst peers, and because things didn't go your way, violence is like your first thought. Yeah, no, like, it's totally, I feel like Virgil Dawn had a more negative well, he developed traits towards inheriting an empire, whereas Gilliman had someone who grounded him, and like, you have a more grounded family structure, a mother and a father, and like you just have people who are actually keeping him in check, whereas his and that's Gilliman, right? But in Dawn's case, he had his grandfather, and I suspect that because his grandfather, I reckon his father was much more like Dawn. Very regimented, strict. Probably didn't like having his authority questioned. It's probably just one of those things. Like, I think Dawn might have inherited some of those negative traits from growing up in that kind of situation. Like, I mean, that is what it is. Like, there's nothing wrong with one person being raised in one way or another, but in Dawn's case, like, as far as how he was molded, it's very much a case of, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to what happens to you. Dawn inheriting an empire made him a bit more like a brat in some ways. Like, he always got his way. He never had his authority questioned. And when he never had his authority questioned and lost. He always won. He never lost an argument in, like, the case of making an order, or in the case of tactics, or making battle plans. Like, it was always Dawn's way. So when he loses an argument in Ashes of the Imperium and freaks out the way that he does, I don't know, it's more an indication to me that Dawn, compared to Gilliman is much more grounded. Dawn is fairly grounded, but he's just never lost an argument before. It's never been a question in his mind, whereas Gilliman has talked to people as a peer a lot more as and he's lost arguments before. He's never like responded the way that Dawn has. It's needless to say, his parents raised him to be a much more balanced personality, I would say, compared to Dawn, who is just this towering figure of authority. Yeah. But, chat, it's 11 out. Chat, it is 11:51. We died at around the 11:45-ish mark. So, I think, that's probably as much time as I'm going to spend today streaming and talking lore and whatnot. We'll have a talk about, I think, maybe some Necron lore now. So, Kant, I don't know if you're still watching. I want to put together a stream or two talking about Necron lore, but I also want to put some videos together talking about Necron lore. Especially, I would like to talk about the character Trazen the Infinite. Oh my god. Trazen the Infinite, his relationship with the Imperium, the Silent King, what he did, and how he's going in present day, why he came back, and we'll talk about the War on Heaven in relation to 500 Worlds too. But yeah, we'll make a video on it or two. But chat, so let's talk a little bit about Necron lore. So to begin with, in relation to 500 Worlds and how that kicks off, we know Gilliman's going to go out and fight back against the Necrons, retake 500 Worlds lost to the Necrons. We know, again, Gilliman has made some serious losses in outer space against the Necrons too. He's dueled some of the leaders and to Gilliman's credit, he outplayed the Eldar as well. He tricked them into saving him and making him look like a hero in the process. Now, as far as it goes with who we could predict will be in the 500 Worlds campaign, I think we're going to see a fair few things. So, firstly, the Silent King will undoubtedly be part of it, but I do think that the what's his name, the Stormlord, Necron Stormlord, yeah, I think we'll definitely see him as well. Will we also see Trazen the Infinite in there? Absolutely. I reckon he'd get up to some pretty sweet shenanigans. I reckon Belisarius Cole is going to get up to some serious shenanigans with the 500 Worlds campaign as well in some books. I think that it's going to be an integral part of the conclusion of the 500 Worlds campaign. I reckon what'll happen is the pylons will be commandeered. The Necrons will be shut down. Their worlds that they've taken, they will. Yeah, they're the fortresses they've put up on the worlds that they occupy. The Cole will find a way to hack them, like he has in the past with other Necron technology. It'll be a big part of how and why Titus can go in and invade these worlds. That's my summarized, I guess, ideas of how I think the campaign would go in a book setting. Is you'll see a lot of different angles being played between Titus invading, Cole doing what Cole's doing. Also, I think he'll use the pylon tech to bring in more reinforcements from Sanctus into Nihilus, and vice versa. And he'll allow the Dark Angels as well to enter the fray. And yeah, I think that him controlling the pylons is integral to Titus retaking the 500 worlds in some way or another. But that said, let's get us a raid going. I'm gonna put on this. There we go. So, it was really fun today streaming for everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in onto the first stream of the year, chat. It's been real. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all for tuning in, and subscribe to the Theory channel Thinkafurr for more live streams and for lore content. Oh, I missed that 5-minute Patrick Warburton voice there. The Warburton voice that I'll put on now because I missed that redeem. Oh no, it's definitely not coming together, but chat, subscribe for more theories at Thinkafurr. For more lore content as well, covering Warhammer 40k, and also, we have roughly 100 videos covering Zelda and Pokemon. We're a variety theory channel. It's all good stuff. Definitely coming together. And follow me on Twitch for more streams. Join our Discord server and have yourselves a big brain thonky day. Alrighty, that's the Kong voice done, Dustin. But yeah, thanks everybody for doing what you do, and yeah, Happy New Year, and I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I can't wait to bring more content to everybody. We are going to raid as VD. Go give her a follow, drop her some friendly fire. Here you go. So, what should the raid message be? Big brain raid. Big brain raid, and I want you to put in whatever gun emotes you have, because every time as VT gets raided, she fires back with some friendly fire. It's their way of being friendly. So we'll drop them that big brain raid with some gun emotes and drop them back some friendly fire too. But yeah, thanks everybody. There's the big brain thonky day. Bye. I'll see you guys in the raid. Don't forget to, oh yeah, there's also the Reddit. r/deepthonk, sorry. r/deepthonk. Go join our Reddit and let's kickstart this Reddit. Bye everybody.